Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
Oh, I
It's hard to say that. I just
Damn
think
hard
it's a
to say.
mistake to do remakes when they're just
when they've done like so
yeah.
amazingly.
What Dad does, I don't think I can ever do.
I really probably had to be a part of a film. Trishul had a great star cast, and even Karma had a great message.
अब तक तो हम इन्हें सिर्फ एज सनी देओल सन एंड पूनम ढिल्लों's डॉटर जानते थे, पर दोनों का ट्रेलर देखने के बाद ये दोनों एज राजवीर एंड पलोमा जाने जाएंगे एंड ये श्योरली हमारे उभरते हुए सितारों की लिस्ट में जोड़े जाएंगे. Welcome to India 4. So Paloma and Rajveer, while both of you have parents belonging to the industry, there is a constant pressure to strike a balance between keeping up with the legacy and at the same time build a name for yourself. So how do you do that?
I think it's a very simple answer, which is very hard to do if you don't think about it. You just keep at it, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I don't think you should look at it as success or anything. It's a very different way to look at it. But if I keep thinking about this, I think I won't even progress 1% anywhere.
Yeah, we've just like started now, so we want to just focus on doing work and hopefully getting more opportunities to keep proving ourselves. I think that's the main focus and priority right now. So not think about too many other things
Keeping in mind the whole Suraj Vat Jatya kind of love stories, how do you think Dono will cater to the newer audience, especially with love getting really complicated in today's era?
I think our story is written very in a real way. The way our characters are written are very relatable, and we hope that youngsters will be able to, see that. I think all our characters are also very layered. It's not that there's just one type of personality. There's so much more that goes into a human being. So we've tried to show that in this movie.
What do you feel about these new age love and terms like situationships and all those things?
Now, I think every relationship is a little bit different, no? I mean, what someone is going through might be different from what another person is going through. But yeah, I think the term situationship, I'm also hearing a lot nowadays. It's some new kind of terminology or what? I think each to their own, everyone is at a different place in their lives. Some people want to maybe focus on work. Some people want to probably focus on finding a partner. So each to its own. Yeah.
I think humans are complex, and relationships have always been complex. I know we change by times, and we throw new terms to describe it. But I think right now everyone is so career oriented and focused, and really want to do something in their lives. So they have to sacrifice, I think, a little bit in their relationships, and I think that's what's making it a little more complex now.
Was it from the beginning that you had planned to become actors, or was there something else in your mind?
It randomly happened when I was in college. I did BMM, so we had a very creative course. Every 6 months our subjects were changing, and we got to do photography. We got to take part in skits and all of that. It was actually a lot of fun. I acted for the first time during that process, and I enjoyed it so much. I was like, this is something I want to do. Yeah, that was my journey.
I think back of my head, I always wanted to be an actor. It always drawn to me because I think even the atmosphere, we didn't speak about it much at home, but it was there, and I was living in it. But I had other interests growing up. I think I joke around as a kid, I was serious as a kid. I wanted to join the army. Then I got into playing basketball. I wanted to be a professional basketball player. And I just fell in love with video games, storytelling in video games. So I wanted to do something in the gaming industry. But back then, coding and all was not that familiar as it is now. So I think I missed out. But acting always stayed in my head. Always stayed. When I used to go on stage or perform or anything, I used to find it liberating. So I focused more on that energy, while the others slowly disappeared in my head. That always stayed alive.
What is that piece of advice you received from your family members like Dharamji, Beat, Poonamji that would help you survive and sustain in the industry?
Once they really made me realize that I don't have to be like them or try to be like any other actor or stars, as you say, that was liberating, where I felt like I could be myself and me being quiet, introvert, people always scared me from joining this industry because there are a lot of people who really grab attention, and I'm not the kind of person who's like, look at me, I'm good. So once I got to realize it's just solely on craft and acting, it made me more focused, and they also in the same way said the same thing I was thinking. So it made me really relax.
You know, I think you've said it so well. Your craft is the most important thing, and let that speak. So just focus on that, and yeah, enjoy the journey. You know, we're just starting out. Such a wait also before your film goes on floors. You know, and then COVID happened. There's so much of uncertainty. You know, theaters won't open. So this time to really just enjoy this process and make the most of it.
So as Poonam ji mentioned earlier, do you also feel that times have become daunting for new age actors when it comes to promotion, social media, or even media interactions?
Yeah, social media now has become a very important part of everything, you know. I guess one has to adapt to those things, and there's so many more opportunities and avenues that social media opens a person to, you know. So I think it's great, you know, you can make you can have a business on social media, you can write a message on social media, you can have your own narrative. So it's great if you use it to how much ever you want to use it to, you should be monitoring that well enough. I think that's important.
I'm sure whatever generation getting in this line will be very hard. I'm sure back then also. Because right now it's easier to promote yourself in a way. You have so many platforms and people have so many opportunities to, if it's even YouTube or any web series or even Instagram reels, there's so many ways of getting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So to stand out really back in the day, you really had to be special. And obviously, it comes up with advantages comes with disadvantages. People, I guess, can also put you down faster now. They can really cut your progress right away.
And also back then, I think there weren't so many, you know, auditions and all that people went through. Now we have a casting entire department just for casting, you know. So it's a very new approach, and it's done very systematically. Now people think so much and audition so many more people before they finally select who they want in their movie. Back then it was probably a little different, no? Yeah.
What is that one film of your parents you would want to star in if it was ever remade?
Oh,
It's hard to say that. I just
Damn
think
hard
it's a
to say.
mistake to do remakes when they're just.
when they've done like so
Yeah,
amazingly.
And what dad does, I don't think I can ever do. Yeah, but because I just think it's a different era. He had different obstacles that he had to overcome, and that made him the star that he is. And mine are very different to his, and so it's hard to say what remake would be there. But if anyone who had a creative, a different perspective to it and approached me with it, I'm very interested there. But it should be something in this generation that people relate to, and but at the same time, I don't want to mimic him because I think that's the biggest mistake you can make. With the whole college political scene, I think Arjun will be very interesting in this age. Yeah.
I think that it'll be damn hard trying to do what mom did. Yeah, she's done some iconic roles and movies, you know. I really probably had to be a part of a film. You know, Trishul had a great star cast, and even Karma had a great message, you know. So I think these kind of films that are speaking of a bigger story and a bigger picture would be great.
Whose journey are you inspired by when it comes to the new age stars of the industry?
I think all of them have their own journeys, and even both of us will have ours. But inspiration changes. I think so, but there's not one particular star I can say because I'm from such a unique place. So when I have to even talk about people in my journey, it's so different because it's you can't ignore where you come from. So for me to say they influence me 100% will be a complete lie because I've come from such a different road from them. So I do not know which star to say or this and that.
Yeah, I think you can get inspired by all of them. Yeah, firstly, you know, this line is very tough, to be able to sustain yourself, keep working, keep putting yourself out there. These are all things that are very inspiring for newcomers to see. And of course, so many people are doing such good content, they're doing such versatile roles. So sometimes you watch anything and you get inspired by that,
Because the theme of the film is wedding, what is that one specific wedding memory of yours which is still etched in your hearts?
Best wedding memory of mine.
Yeah, it's an obvious answer. It's an obvious answer.
Yeah, we all were there for his brother's wedding. It was a lot of fun. We all danced so much. I think that was so fun. Yeah.
So दोनों रिलीज हो रही है थिएटर्स में नेक्स्ट मंथ एंड फॉर मोर अपडेट्स वॉच अस ऑन इंडिया फोरम्स. थैंक यू.